welcome everyone to the power of the perfect pitch. I am your instructor, Precious L. Williams, the CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious, and in partnership with Kiwanis International, I am so proud to teach you all about pitching and what it really means to have the power of the perfect pitch and where can the perfect pitch actually take you. Now, for me, I'm from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri, so it took me out of poverty to living in New York City, to being on the top shows around the nation, the top business shows, top business magazines, movies, and documentaries. And I'll share some of my story later with you. But get ready for the power of the perfect pitch, partnered and powered by Kiwanis International. So let's talk about it. It's now 2021. 2021. We've survived an economic downturn, a pandemic, and social unrest. So I'm going to ask you, what time is it? I'm going to tell you what time it is. It's time to pivot. It's time to shake things up. It's time to do business unusual. It's time to do things that you've never done before to get to where you have to go. And so at the end of the day, I want you all to hear me when I'm saying the power of the perfect pitch can take you to places, as Joel Osteen always says, places you've never been before. It can get you that great job. It can get you investor dollars into your company. It can get you a great opportunity that no one else was offered. Just think about it. It can get you media attention, as it did me and most of my clients. So I want you to shake things up. I want you to come in with an open mind because we're about to go in. And I hope that you will join me. I hope that you will feel my energy because I love doing this. I love showing people the power of the perfect pitch. So let's move on. How do you win a no-win situation? Ask yourself that. How do you win a no-win situation? You rewrite the rules of the game. You rewrite all the rules. And so when I say that, when people hear pitching, they think Shark Tank. They think just people who are in businesses. And it's about so much more than that. But when I tell you about rewriting the rules, let me give you a story that shows you how I had to rewrite the rules to even be the killer pitch master today. Back in 2010, I was a disgruntled attorney in the great state of New York. I wasn't liking how things were going in my life. I wasn't feeling like myself. I was feeling like there was much more to my life than what I was given credit for. And so what I really want you all to hear is this real story. I quit all of my jobs. I quit all of them. And I decided that I wanted to really stand out and make a name for myself. And I wanted to do it through entrepreneurship. So I was dating a man for 7 years. He became my fiance, and I eventually left him in 2010. Wanted to start dating, put a little dating ad on a website. It was very, very cute. And I married a very famous Hollywood actor. Oh, did I forget to tell you I was 327 pounds? So why is that important? He inspired something in me. He inspired me to look at myself in a totally different way. Not as just some fat girl, some throwaway. He inspired me to look at myself as Beyonce. I'm the main character in my story. And I wanted other women to feel that way. So I wanted to start a company called Curvy Girls Lingerie. And just like you heard in my pitch, I couldn't find anything. So I decided to create it. I told all my friends that I was going to start this company, and they were like, it's never going to work. You're never going to be on TV, da-da-da. Think about that. They told me what wasn't going to happen. But I didn't believe them. I knew that because I was different, I was going to stand out, and I was going to use that difference. And so I, got a ticket to an event I could not afford. I had negative $400 in my bank account. And I literally went to the event in my best Calvin Klein dress, 3 pairs of shapewear, looking as good as I possibly could. Walked up to the producers at media sponsor, CNBC, MSNBC. I walked up to the producers at MSNBC. I had no idea what a pitch was, no idea how to do it. But I walked up to the producers because I was like, lips don't fail me now. And when they asked me who I was, they were looking at me like, I said, and they were like, who are you? I said, well, I'm glad you asked. My name is Precious Williams, and I'm the proud founder and CEO of Curvy Girls Lingerie. We're the ultimate shopping experience for full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas. You can call me the female MacGyver of business because I what? Always deliver. And they started laughing. And I'm feeling bad because I'm like, that's the best I got. That's the best I got. And do you know, after they stopped laughing, they were like, no, you did that beautifully. You were so good, and your confidence. They said, we're going to bring have you heard my show, Elevator Pitch? I had never, y'all, but when you're in that moment, act as if, yes, of course. They're like, we think you'd be great for that show. Let's bring the host over to talk to you. Y'all, did y'all hear me? They brought the host over, and my bladder was so full. She got on stage to get an award. So they brought me her booking producer, a tall, elegant black woman who said to me, I've heard of you, Precious Williams. Give me your elevator pitch. And I don't know, y'all, I don't know where it came from, God. And I literally gave the pitch of my life, not knowing what I was doing. She said, stop. You're really good. You can be on the show. And she couldn't tell behind my glasses. There were little tears in my eyes. Because I talked myself on national television with the first pitch I've ever done in my life. And she said, can I have your business card? Yeah, I know I had negative $400. I had no business cards. But what does a killer pitch master do before she even becomes a killer pitch master? I said, well, I've been here all night. I ran out of cards. She said, no problem. She gave me her card. I don't know how I got home from that day to this one. But when I got home, I emailed her. A few days later, she called me. She said, hey, we're looking for your website. We're looking for your website. We're looking for your website. We didn't have a website. But I couldn't let her know that. So I said, oh, we're going through a rebranding process at this point. By the time you have it in the show, we'll be ready. And my friends and I she said, okay. My friends and I got together and put together the jankiest website you've ever seen. I'm glad. I hope no one can find that website. It was horrible. But when they came and picked me up in a Cadillac Escalade and took me to Rockefeller Center to pitch, my friend was supposed to do my makeup. And she didn't even show up because she thought I was telling the story. So I want you all to hear what happened. They put me in makeup, all Alex Witt, Melissa Harris Perry. They all were coming to hear me. And I was scared. But when I got on that set and the investors walked towards me, in 54 seconds, I walked away with $500,000. From negative $400 to $500,000. True story. And they told me to enter more competitions because I'm really that good. And from there, I became a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. Yes, I've been on Shark Tank. Yes, I've been on a lot of shows around the world. And I just want to share that with you. So how do you win in no situation? You have to rewrite the rules of the game. And pitching will lead the way. You know how I had to rewrite the rules? I wasn't going to give them what they're used to from everybody else. I wasn't going to just talk about plus size women, big girls needing love too. No, I had to call them full-figure divas and plus size fashionistas. If you change your language, you change the game. And always remember that when it comes to pitching, when you change your language, you change the game. So for you all, are you ready to rewrite the rules and change the game? Let's go. So I really want you all to know who I am. I am Precious L. Williams. I'm affectionately known as the Killer Pitch Master, and I'm a world-class master communicator. I've been an international professional speaker since I was 16 years old. 16. And I turned 42 this year, which means I've been doing this 26 years. I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. I'm a 2-time #1 best-selling author of the Bad Bitches and Power Pitches business pitch series for women. My work has been reviewed by Forbes magazine. My corporate clients include LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, NBC Universal, George Washington University, and the list goes on and on. I'm a mentor to Black entrepreneurs in New York City. I'm a mentor to women entrepreneurs in New York City. And in the midst of a pandemic and economic downturn and social unrest, I didn't survive. I thrived. So today, I really wanted to spend a few minutes just sharing with you the power of pitching. And just so we're clear, yes, I was successfully appeared on Shark Tank, and so did my clients, 5 of my clients. So let's get down to it. What is pitching? Pitching in a nutshell is a short, brief way of introducing yourself, your brand, your book, your product or service. And again, it could just be you to someone who didn't even know about you before or someone who's interested. The main point of doing a pitch is you want them to be interested in you, so you go to the next level. The main thing about pitching is you want to go to the next level. So what is pitching? A short, brief way of introducing yourself to a target market of your choosing And you want to entice them. You want to say something that really resonates with them so that they go into the next meeting, they call you, they move forward with you. So think about that. If you think about it as a whole plate, you're giving them a juicy morsel, a juicy, tasty morsel, a juicy, tasty morsel. So that's not the whole plate. That's not throwing everything in there. You want to talk about the things that really set you apart. And all of us can think of things that really stand out about us. Because I'm a 13-time national champion, I've been a pitch judge, I've been an MC, I've been a host. So I'm not someone who reads about pitching and just creates them. I've literally stood in the places of everyone. If you've ever sought media attention and you had no budget, I got on national television, international television with no budget. I got people to read my book for it to become a bestseller without a PR budget. I know what to say at networking events to truly help anyone stand out. It doesn't matter if you're a graphic designer or anything. You really want to stand out. And if you're in an interview for the job of your dreams, what do you need to say in those moments to really have someone pay you attention? I can show you how to do that. So you definitely want to understand that a pitching is giving a juicy morsel that entices them for more to come, right? So think about it. If you're in an elevator and you only have a few floors to go, what are you going to specifically talk about? So you can talk about who you are, what you do, who you serve. You can talk about what makes you unique, your secret sauce, a powerful call to action. You want all of that in there. That's just the basics. That's just the basics. But I want you to know that a pitching is something you do every day. When you're talking to your girlfriends about that man, the no good man, the job you love or hate, a great opportunity coming your way, that's a pitch. As a man, if you're talking to, your homeboys, you're talking to staff, you're pitching all the time. Remember, you want to control the conversation so it always comes back to you. Always comes back to you. You are the leader. You lead them to where you want them to go. It's not a full plate. So if you've done so many things, pick the highlights. And also throw in some fun facts that they would never know about you. For example, I love old school country music, like Patsy Cline and Hank Williams. Think about that. Patsy Cline and Hank Williams. I also love the Golden Girls. I grew up watching the Golden Girls, not really understanding, but now I see myself as Dorothy, and I always love to break it open a cheesecake with my friends. So yes, I'm Dorothy. I love the Golden Girls. You can't read that on a resume. So you always want to stand out. So why does everyone need a pitch? You want to secure investor dollars for your company. You might want you want to create a pitch to start, build, and expand your business. You also want to go after the job of your dreams. How are you going to set yourself apart? You need it to gain media attention. You need it to stand out at networking events, whether you work for a company, a nonprofit, a foundation, or whatever. You really want to stand out so people come and talk to you and want to work with you. So think about that. Everyone needs a pitch. Everyone. Everyone. Whether you're in corporate America, whether you're a solopreneur, whether you're building something, everyone needs a pitch. You really want to stand out, okay? And so let's talk about it. Pitching is life. And always know that pitching is life. Every time you open your mouth, you're pitching. Every time. Do you want them to pay attention to what you say, or do you want them to pass over you? Think about that. So the purpose of your pitch, again, is to entice them to the next step, to be considered for something, to let's say you're a speaker and you want to be booked and busy and paid. How do you set yourself apart? The reason why I'm the killer pitch master is because the motivational speaking, inspirational, transformational have already been done. But no one can teach pitching like I can. I'm just giving y'all a juicy morsel now. But I've been doing this for 10 years. And I've been an international professional speaker for 26. So I could never put into everything that I've done. I can't. But I'm gonna hit you with the highlights. Everyone knows about Shark Tank. Everyone knows about Forbes magazine. Everybody knows when you say you're a 2-time #1 best-selling author. I haven't even brought up what I did in high school, college, law school. None of that matters. What's something that's going to entice them? When I say Shark Tank, everybody knows it. I don't care if I'm in another country, they say Dragon's Den. They know what time it is. So think about that. Pitching helps you stand out in a crowded marketplace. So always be looking for ways to stand out, not fit in. And remember, as you're pitching, are you offering something truly different or more of the same? If you're a graphic designer, I want you to paint a picture in their mind of where you want them to go. Don't just tell them I'm a graphic designer. What does that mean? What does that mean? Paint the picture with colors. Show them, entice them. And remember, a pitch is all about enticing to the next step. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? So pitching is life. Think about if you go to a buffet. Just think about if you go to a buffet, you get your plate loaded. That's not what you're giving. You're giving the most juicy morsel of whatever it is that's going to keep them coming back for more. So let's talk about the basic elements of a pitch. I definitely want you all to hear this. The anatomy of a 1-minute pitch. You want to introduce yourself. You want to talk about your credentials. Number two, you want to focus on what is the problem that you ultimately serve. A lot of us talk about what we do, but we can't really quantify what is the real problem that people need solving, right? And this isn't just for business. Let's say you're interviewing for a position. What is their problem that you can solve? Don't tell them that you can do this, and the other and not address what the problem is. Because once they understand that you know what the problem is and you are the solution, you take it to a whole nother level. Too many of us are putting things on our resume and just thinking that that's all we need. No, why are they hiring you? Are you a revenue generator? What are you there for? Show them how you can do it. And show them that you understand the reason why they would need someone like you in the first place. Know your credentials. Also, fun facts. And also, answer the most important question. Why should we hire you? Why should we pick you? Why should we book you? Always have answers. Why should they? Because that's really what these interviews, that's really what getting in front of people is all about. Why should they choose you over everyone else? You want to introduce your solution. That's number 3. And number 4, you want to make the big ask. You want to make the big ask. If you want to speak somewhere, if you want to be somewhere, put it out there. If you want the job, tell them you would like that. What are the next steps? So again, these are things I want you to focus on. Know your audience, how to frame your pitch. What's your unique selling proposition? What sets you apart from everybody else? You have to start off with a bang and end with fireworks. Always know that. You want to practice, practice, practice. You want to get their engagement and you want to have that takeaway. So what is your big ask? Always know that. Finally, what's your powerful call to action? If you want them to do something, if you're an entrepreneur, speaker, or whatever, what do you want them to do after you finish pitching? You want to direct them what to do. You want to tell them to sign up here, go to your website. You want to schedule a call. Tell them what you want them to do so that they're not left out there. Always know that and always make the big ask no matter what. You can say, oh, I'm scared. Do it anyway. All the greats had to get over the fear. Ask anyway. Ask, can you set up an appointment? Can you set up a call with the big wig? Do what you need to do. And at the end of the day, I hope that you learn so much from the power of the perfect pitch. It can get you the job of your dreams. It can get you media attention. It can get you investor dollars in your company. It can help you stand out in a crowded marketplace. It can get you hashtag booked, busy, and paid. Think about that. The power of the perfect pitch can change everything in your world. My name is Precious Williams, and I'm the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And the power of the perfect pitch was brought to you by Kiwanis International. Thank you so much. Mwah. May the pitch be with you. Take care. Bye.